In today's video, I want to have a more detailed look at the Bitcoin chart because we are getting some mixed signals. Bitcoin is showing some bullish and bearish signs, but there are two important trend lines that I'm watching right now to determine whether Bitcoin is going to see a downtrend in the short term or if we are continuing in this uptrend. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen, this is the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos, and right now let's jump into the content. Hey guys, welcome back to the Blockchain Today, thanks for watching, and let's start off with having a look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. Because I do have to say that we are getting a lot of mixed signals. Bitcoin is showing some good signs, but there are also some doubts and some worries I have at the moment, and I want to discuss those in this video. First of all, on the weekly time frame, I want to bring up the moving averages, and in specific I want to have a look at the 20-week moving average and the 50-week moving average, because the 20-week moving average Bitcoin broke above that level and it held as support, and it has been back tested as well, so that is actually a very bullish sign. Then we are seeing the same with the 50-week moving average. Bitcoin broke above it, we back tested it as support, and we got a bounce off from it. That is actually quite bullish if we are looking on the weekly time frame. However, one thing that is bearish is that we are still in this trend of forming lower highs, and right here we still have formed a lower high, so that means that technically we are still in a downtrend. And on the daily time frame we can see some mixed signals as well. If we have a look at the uptrend that Bitcoin had right here, then we can see that we broke the uptrend, which actually could tell us that Bitcoin is entering a downtrend. And that depends here as well, of course, if we continue to make these lower highs. And one thing I do want to point out right here is that Bitcoin is actually holding quite strong if we have a look at the RSI. So in the RSI we had a uptrend, we broke that uptrend, we backtested the former support into the new resistance, we got rejected, and we are in this downtrend in the momentum, right? But if we have a look at the price of Bitcoin, then since we broke the support of the RSI, we are not in a clear downtrend right here. We do make lower highs, but we are also making higher lows. And the last time we broke the support in the RSI right there, we backtested it as resistance. We had a lot of bearish price action. The momentum was definitely shifting towards the bearish side. Of course, that can still happen right now, but I just want to point out that right now at this particular moment, Bitcoin is not looking that bearish if we compare it with the signals of the RSI. And one thing that concerns me slightly is that we broke this uptrend right here, which could tell us that we are seeing a reversal from a uptrend into a downtrend, right? But the most important thing when seeing a breakout is volume, and if we have a look at the volume, then the volume is actually still declining, which is indicating us that Bitcoin is still preparing for a breakout, and that this wasn't the big breakout that we have been waiting for, and that this wasn't the decisive breakout we want to see to tell us in which direction Bitcoin is going to continue. So right now Bitcoin is consolidating. We haven't reversed yet into a downtrend on the shorter term time frames. However, in the longer term time frames we are making lower highs. So technically we are in a downtrend in the longer term time frame, and therefore I think it is as well important that Bitcoin quite soon is going to surpass the previous high right here at approximately 10,500. And if this isn't the significant trend line at the moment, then what could be a significant trend line? Well, we could form a triangle pattern right now, and I think this one looks actually quite significant because we have multiple touches as resistance, and afterwards when we are trading above this level as support. So right here we can see we are getting rejected at this level, here we are getting rejected, here we are finding some resistance as well. The moment we are breaking through this level, we see a continuation of this upwards move, and afterwards when we are retesting this level, it is acting as support. That shows us that this is a significant level. Right now we do get some resistance right here, and it looks like that Bitcoin is having a hard time right now, or is right now experiencing some resistance, and we might get a rejection and come back down to the support right here. at approximately 8,725. And if we have a look at the 4-hour time frame, then it is looking more likely as well that we are going to see a rejection right here, because we can find a bearish divergence. We have in the RSI we are making a higher high right there, and in the price we are making a lower high right there. This is a bearish divergence, and it tells us that the bearish momentum could step in the price of Bitcoin right here, and we could come down and test the support again. And as you can see, the volume is declining in general, which is telling us that Bitcoin is preparing for a breakout. And yeah, most likely we are going to break out of this pattern before the 10th of June. But yeah, we still have some time for that. But I do think that this is going to be a very important moment for Bitcoin, because if we were to break out to the upside, then the probabilities are increasing. We are going to surpass the previous high of 10,500. But if we were to break out to the downside, if we were to break the support right here, then that could definitely be looking bearish for Bitcoin, and that could signal us that we are reversing from this uptrend into a downtrend. So right now, I think the most significant trend lines are these, the support right here, which has been former resistance in this whole uptrend. And then right now we are seeing some declining resistance above us, and we had 4 to 5 touches right now. Then one bearish sign on the daily time frame, and I've been talking about this more often, but yeah, I want to point it out again. We do see a bearish divergence. We made a lower high in the daily time frame, but in the RSI we made a higher high, and yeah, that is a bearish divergence, which could signal us as well that we might going to see some bearish price action, and that we might have a higher probability breaking out to the downside of this pattern than breaking out to the upside. Guys, let me know what you think. Do you think we are going to break out to the upside, or do you think we are going to break out to the downside? The RSI is definitely telling us that the momentum is shifting towards the bearish side, and therefore the likelihood is more likely that we are going to break out to the downside. However, we entered this formation from a uptrend, and most formations can function as a continuation pattern. So therefore there is as well a probability we are breaking out to the upside. So I would set the odds right now at 50% we are breaking to the upside, and 50% we are breaking out to the downside. But I do think that this move is going to be very important for Bitcoin, and I do want to see a nice volume spike the moment Bitcoin is breaking out, either to the upside, either to the downside, so that we can confirm the confidence behind this move, because that is going to show us what the price of Bitcoin is going to do in the near future. If we were to break out to the upside with a high amount of volume, then I definitely interpret that as a very bullish sign. But yeah, if we were to break out to the downside with a high amount of volume right here, then I will interpret that as a very bearish sign in the short term. But okay guys, that was it for this video. Let me know what you think is going to happen with the price of Bitcoin. Are you looking at the same formation, and what do you think? Is Bitcoin going to break out to the upside or break out to the downside? I do think that we shouldn't ignore these bearish divergences, because we have seen in previous patterns as well, right, that these divergences has been great indicators to predict the side of the breakout. But yeah, we have some counter arguments as well. Guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And if you are interested in my upcoming trading course, you can sign up with your email on the website theblockchaintoday.com. And I will notify you once the course is ready. And if you want to learn how to trade Bitcoin, you can watch one of my tutorials. And I will see you all tomorrow, and don't forget to HODL.